It's almost 2 in the morning. Your body is so tired it actually hurts, but your brain is still wide awake. You're replaying that thing you said earlier today, the way it came out, the way her face changed for half a second right after you said it. You're already rewriting it in your head, fixing it, even though it's way too late to fix anything now. And it's never even about something big. It's a comment your sister made about your hair. It's the tone in an email that might mean nothing or might mean everything. It's the dinner you didn't make because you were too tired to think about what anyone wanted, including yourself. And right when you finally push that thought away, another one shows up to take its place. What if you forgot to reply to that email? What if your kid was extra quiet at dinner because of you? What if tomorrow goes exactly like today went and you have to do this all over again? If you know exactly what that feels like, I want you to keep listening, because today we're not just talking about overthinking. We're talking about what happens when a woman's brain has been running on high alert for so long that it forgets how to stop, even when nothing is actually wrong in that moment. This isn't about you being dramatic. And it isn't about needing to relax more, like someone could just tell you that and your brain would listen. This is about something real happening inside your nervous system. And once you understand what it actually is, you can start working with it instead of fighting it every single night. So let's talk about what overthinking really is, because most people get this wrong. Overthinking isn't your brain malfunctioning, it's your brain doing its job a little too well. Somewhere along the way, your brain learned that staying alert keeps you safe. Maybe it was a job where one small mistake got noticed and remembered for weeks. Maybe it was a relationship where you had to read someone's mood before they even said a word. Maybe it was just years of being the one everyone counted on, the one who isn't allowed to miss something. So your brain built a habit. It started scanning, constantly checking for what could go wrong, what you might have missed, what you need to fix before it turns into a problem. And for a lot of women, that scanning habit gets bigger every single year, because you're not just keeping track of your own life, you're keeping track of everyone's. You remember the appointment nobody else remembers. You notice when someone in the house is upset before they've said a single word about it. You're holding a whole list in your head that never gets written down anywhere, and every single item on that list needs you to keep paying attention. So by the time you actually lie down at night, your brain doesn't know how to stop holding all of that because it's never once been allowed to put any of it down during the day. That habit doesn't turn off just because the day is over. So at 2 in the morning, when your body is finally still, your brain keeps doing the only thing it knows how to do. It keeps checking, it keeps scanning, even though there's nothing left to check. You replay a text message 3 times before you send it, and then 5 more times after you've already sent it. You walk through every version of a conversation that hasn't even happened yet. You make a decision and then spend the next hour deciding if it was the right one. None of that means you're difficult or too much. That's a brain that's been trained to treat uncertainty like danger. And it's not just the big decisions either. It's standing in front of the fridge with no idea what to make, when normally that would take you 10 seconds. It's reading the same paragraph of a book 3 times, because none of it is actually going in. That's not you getting forgetful. That's a brain that's already spent everything it has just getting through the day, and it doesn't have anything left over for one more decision, even a small one. And here's the part that makes it so exhausting. Your body doesn't know the difference between a real threat and a thought about a threat. If you lie in bed running through everything that could go wrong tomorrow, your body reacts like it's happening right now. Your heart rate goes up a little, your muscles stay tight, your whole system stays switched on. So you're not just tired from your day, you're tired from a night your body thinks is dangerous, even though you're just lying there thinking. That's why rest doesn't always feel like rest for you. You can be on the couch with nothing to do and still feel like you're working, because some part of your mind is always running a background check, even when your hands are finally still. I want to ask you something, and I really want you to sit with it for a second before you keep watching. When was the last time your mind was actually quiet? Not asleep, not distracted by your phone, just quiet, with nothing to fix and nothing to check. If you can't remember, tell me in the comments. Because I think a lot of women watching this right now are going to realize it's been longer than they thought. Maybe years. Maybe you're not even sure anymore what that would actually feel like. Here's what I think is the hardest part of all of this, and I don't think enough people say it out loud. A lot of women never got to learn how to rest. You learned how to be useful. You learned how to anticipate. You learned how to notice when someone else needed something before they even had to ask. And somewhere in there, being switched on stopped feeling like a choice and started feeling like who you are. So when your mind finally gets a quiet moment, it doesn't feel safe. It feels wrong. Like you're forgetting something, like you're about to get caught, not paying attention to whatever you're supposed to be paying attention to. And underneath all of that, there's something even quieter that a lot of women don't say out loud, not even to themselves. It's the fear that if you stop checking, stop managing, stop running everything in your head all the time, something will fall apart and it will be your fault. So even on the nights when nothing is actually wrong, your brain keeps working anyway, just in case. That's not anxiety for no reason. That's a brain that has been the only thing holding a lot of things together for a long time. And it doesn't know yet that it's allowed to trust things can be okay without staying switched on every single second. That's not a personality trait. That's a nervous system that learned a long time ago that staying alert is how you stay safe and useful and loved. Your brain has been protecting you with the only tool it has, which is to never fully turn off. You are not broken because you can't relax. You're exhausted because you've been doing the work of staying alert for years, and nobody ever told you that you were allowed to put it down. So let's talk about what actually helps, because just naming the problem isn't enough. You need something you can actually do tonight. The first thing is to get the thoughts out of your head and onto paper before you try to sleep. Not a journal entry, nothing fancy, just a plain list. Everything that's circling in your mind, write it down exactly as messy as it is. Your brain keeps replaying things because it's afraid it's going to forget them. Once it sees them written down somewhere it trusts, it doesn't have to keep holding on to them so tightly. It's not about solving anything on that piece of paper. It's just about proving to your own mind that the thought has somewhere to live besides inside your head. The second thing is to give your brain an actual appointment to worry. I know that sounds strange, but it works. Pick 10 minutes earlier in your day and let yourself think about everything that's bothering you on purpose, fully, without trying to fix any of it. Later, when your brain tries to bring it up again at night, you can actually tell it, "We already did this. We have a time for this tomorrow." It's not about pretending the worry isn't there. It's about giving it somewhere to go that isn't 2 in the morning. The third thing is to move your body before you try to calm your mind. Your nervous system doesn't believe the danger has passed just because you decided to think a positive thought. It believes the danger has passed when your body shows it. A short walk, shaking out your hands and arms, even just changing rooms and changing position. Small movement tells your body the alert is over. And that's usually what lets your mind start to follow. There's also something simple you can do to mark the end of your day, because your brain needs an actual signal that the day is closed, not just a feeling that it should probably be done by now. It can be as small as writing the words, "Today is finished," at the bottom of the list you made earlier, or saying it out loud to yourself while you turn off the last light. It sounds too simple to matter, but your brain takes signals like that seriously. Without one, it assumes the day is still open, and an open day means there's still something left to check. And the last thing, maybe the most important one, stop trying to win the argument that's happening in your head. You will not think your way into calm. You can replay a conversation 100 times and still not feel finished, because the part of you that's exhausted isn't looking for the right words. It's looking for permission to stop. So instead of searching for the perfect way to make sense of it, try saying something much simpler to yourself. "I did enough today. This can wait until tomorrow. I am allowed to stop now." That's the whole sentence. You don't need a longer version of it, and you don't need to believe it completely the first time you say it. Your brain isn't against you. It's been trying to protect you the only way it knows how, by never fully letting go. But you get to be the one who teaches it that it's safe to put some of that down. Not all at once, just tonight, just for this one moment. You get to stop checking for a while and actually be where you are. You don't have to fix everything tonight. You don't even have to feel calm right now. You just have to let this be one more night where you practice putting some of it down, even a little. And if any part of tonight felt familiar, I'm really glad you were here for it. This is exactly the kind of thing I want to keep talking about. The stuff that's hard to put into words, but you feel almost every day. So if you want to stick around for more conversations like this one, hit subscribe and I'll keep bringing them to you.